Welcome back into the Backrooms, the 600 square million miles of loneliness where you may not see other people for years. Just the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, and... Wait, who the fuck are those guys?
I'm gay!
So initially we were planning to make this map single player only, but almost every question I've got on Q&A and DMs were if I'm gonna add multiplayer into my map. And even when I teased and officially confirmed that I'm adding it into my map, still there were so many questions if it's gonna be multiplayer or not. And the funniest thing is that when I did a small voting on my Discord server about making the demo single player only or both single player and multiplayer, everyone decided that it should be both single and multi. Literally no vote was set on single only. So I guess that right now I have no choice. So in single player on my map, you would basically see the game from the first person view, so you don't actually see all of the animations. Or the skin, which would look pretty weird in multiplayer. So we're gonna set up all of the new animations for a brand new skin that I will be making for this map. Now, I'm not an animator by any stretch of imagination, okay? So we're gonna be using a mod called Better Animations Pack, which is basically a mod that adds a lot of new animations into Minecraft, like a new climbing animation, a swimming animation, and even a new fighting animation. To make it work even better, I decided to recreate Escape the Backrooms player model into Minecraft skin, and here it is. If you want to play the demo, you can find the skin in the description, so if you want to have a better immersion of the gameplay, then download it now, it's free. Another thing I have to change is the death animation. You see, in single player you just see the game over screen appear with a loud sound playing in the background. But from a multiplayer view, because of the new animation pack, you would just see the player disappear. So we have to figure out a way in order to change that.
FBI, open up!
Okay, now without jokes, in order to do that, I installed a mod called Gravestone, which basically after you die spawns your corpse where items stay until you pick them up. Plus, when you get hit by an entity, your screen gets covered with blood, so I hope you like that change, since I worked on it for way too long than I wanted on, because it wasn't compatible with Oculus mod for some reason, so I had to rewrite it in JavaScript. And, well, it was looking like it's gonna take forever, so yeah. But fortunately, I finally got it to work. Alright, another most important part with the multiplayer is that I managed to add a custom proximity chat with the help of simple voice chat mod. In order to set it up, just press V when you load into the game, and if it doesn't work, then change the key binding settings of the game and it should work. And when you press it, then set up your mic and your speaker device and set it if you want to be always active or talk when holding a button, and it should work. For future updates, I plan to make the entities hear your voice, so be sure to be silent if you're on a level filled with, let's say, scratchers. Okay, so at this point I decided to stop working on multiplayer and add some suggestions from my comments and suggestion channel on my Discord server. And the first thing I decided to add was an actual hazmat suit with an oxygen mechanic. You see, I was always wondering why the heck in every single major Backrooms game we wear a freaking hazmat suit. I mean, I didn't have any problem with it. It had an actual mechanic or reason why we were wearing it. And the most perfect example of that is shown in a game called Inside the Backrooms, which basically makes you wear the hazmat suit because some areas of Backrooms are just radioactive. So I decided to do something similar, but this time basically the entire Backrooms has no oxygen, that's why you wear the suit. Besides that, it grants you some protection from entities' damage, but still really little, so make sure to not rely on it fully and still run when you see one, lol. I also decided to expand and revamp the old levels, and that's how I added a brand new FNAF-inspired office section to Run For Your Life, Tom's Diner outpost to level 1, a brand new floor to level 1, and a completely brand new lighting system in level 0. Speaking of level 0, I decided to add yet another new sub-level to it, since for me still level 0.8 and red rooms weren't enough. So I decided to read further into wikis to find a perfect sub-level for a map. And I found a level on Fandom called level 0.7, also known as claustrophobia. While it shares many similarities with level 0, such as its non-Euclidean geometry and general appearance, it differs from it in many aspects. A notable difference is the lack of isolating effects present in level 0, making level travel in groups possible, although not recommended. The most noticeable difference is the lack of lighting in the majority of areas in level 0.7, while ceiling lights reminiscent of those found in level 0 are present in level 0.7. So in order to do that, I created a small maze-like area of level 0, and then I made it so dark, claustrophobic, and if it has lights in some spaces they're actually green. So I was wondering what entities should I put into this sub-level, since on the fandom I couldn't find any entity that resides in this level. But since I've got so many issues with generating and spawning the Howler randomly around level 0, I decided to remove him from it and make level 0 an actual safe level, and move Howler to this sub-level. I also remastered his model and make him bigger so he actually looks like a serious threat now, and added him some new sounds. So now if you hear some weird growling sound, better stop and run into different direction. Just warning you. Lol. So in order to connect level 0.7 to level 0, I use another sub-level from Backrooms fandom, which is level 0.01, also known as the exit. It's basically a super duper long corridor on level 0, so I just made it, connected it to both level 0.7 and level 0, and now it works. So after I was done with that, we started early playtesting the map, just for fun, to see how many things I still should change, and oh god, it was a lot. So before I even started bug fixing stuff, I decided to completely revamp level 0 exit and make it so you have to fix the ladder in order to get the key into a door that will lead you to 2 possible exit routes, one normal one and one hard one. In the hard one, I added these liminal spaces, which are basically based on the liminal spaces pictures I found on the internet. And I basically made them filled with random dangers, so you don't know what actually will attack you there.
Vi sitter här i väntan, vi spelar lite Dota. I hear you, man.
I also added those pitfalls into level 0, which basically are really simple to cross, but if you fall, well, you don't want to fall. Then I decided to add some things to level 1. So currently in the lore, the most important group in the Backrooms known as followers of Jerry have a base here known as the Jerry Room. So I decided to add it into my map, and I also added the followers of Jerry. As soon as they will spot you, they will start chasing you, chanting the words "All Hail Jerry." However, if you kill them, you can get a really rare Jerry's feather, which can be useful in order to finally escape level 1. By the way, if somebody will ask me what about Jerry himself, well, I tried to add him, but right now he's too hard to code him into an actual thread since he's kinda complex in terms of his mechanics, etc. So right now, he's not in the map, but as soon as I will learn how to script him that your PC will not explode after you enter level with him, I will add him as soon as possible. So be sure to subscribe to not miss that. Then I just expanded levels that I felt like they were too small or didn't have enough content. Like for level fun in the daycare area, I added a daycare attendant, which basically will instruct you how to survive in this area. Added a brand new entity called Hydrolytis Plague to the flood doors. And finally, for the new floor on level 1, I added a laboratory where you have to do a simple task in order to open the gate to the hard entrance of level 2. And in order to get to that hard entrance, you have to cross level -1. Also known as grayscale halls. So level -1 is a negative level that consists of hotel hallways with gray light in it. It also contains of hotel rooms and a big lobby in the middle. It's also a class 3 unsafe level, which means it possesses some threats like smilers. So I created the first hallways that you will appear in, and then I added these hiding spots behind the doors, and then I changed this level into a massive complex made of hallways and one exit room. And in order to get to it, you'll have to avoid smilers, which are all around this level, so yeah, it can be kinda hard sometimes. So now when I'm done with revamping old content, I can finally add a new level I was working on, being level 94. So level 94, also known as the Motion, is a class 3 unsafe level, and it appears to be a large town, a floating castle, and grass hills, but everything has a grain effect as if this place was crafted. The main town is safe, with no entities during the day. This town has a big water fountain in the center, flowing with almond water. This town seems to be in 1930s in stop motion type feel. This town has tiny houses with some furniture mostly in 1930s to 50s. The town also has 30s style cars and milk vans filled with almond milk. The town also has siren poles which at time to time play happy cartoon music. At this time everything is safe until it turns night. Then the music will stop completely, and at this time the entities known as animations will start to appear and attack violently if spotted. So in order to do that, I created a small pixel layout of the level, created a height map. So right here, if this area is black, it means the height is 0, and it will generate some flat terrain. If it's white, that means the height goes to 50, creating a hill, and if it's gray, it goes around 25, creating smaller hills. And that's how I got this. So then I added some paths, spots for houses, and fences around them. And then for the houses, my friend created this building right here, and then we just used structure blocks to copy it and place it all around the level. And here it is. So as you see, this level is actually really safe. It will not last long because this level has a fully day and night cycle. And when at the day, the level is completely safe, at night, you don't want to know what happens at night. So in order to survive the night, you will have to hide in any of the houses and just pray that the horde of entities that will appear once the moon will rise will not check the location you are in. So actually, unfortunately, this level will not be coming in the release, since actually right now it's really small and it doesn't even have any exit. Plus, we actually want to make every single level in our map long, but also enjoyable and fun to play. And it would not be fun if you would just walk and sometimes occasionally hide in houses. So right now, we're setting this level likely to be coming in the part 2 update. I also started working on level 4, which is this abandoned office without furniture, level 6, which is this dark level where you have to listen to the sound in order to escape, and level 10, which is this endless field of wheat. But they're also not coming out until later updates. So to finally finish the multiplayer, actually for future updates, I plan to release multiple game modes, like hide and seek, where one person is an entity and others have to hide and last one standing wins. Endless, where a couple of survivors randomly spawn on random level and have to survive for the longest time possible, and the last one standing wins. Confection, where you have to escape in random generated level fun layout while one player is partygoer, and when he kills someone, he turns them into another partygoer. And finally, my favorite one so far, asymmetrical, which is basically DBD-inspired game mode, where there will be 4 or 5 survivors and one entity, which will have to kill all of the survivors before they will finish their tasks and escape. But those will also not be coming until later updates. So in order to finish and release the map, I had to do so many boring things, like set up the endings and cutscenes, write lore, add soundtracks and sound effects, add save systems to all of the levels, do the entire algorithm of spawning the items and entities procedurally, and test out the entire map a couple of times before finishing it, which actually took a lot of time. I also had to test multiplayer, which was kinda hard because I don't have many friends. But I actually got a group of my go-to beta testers which tested out the map, and actually it was so fun to watch.
Ej! Co to jest? Ej, co? Ja nie pamiętam, żebym coś takiego stawiał! Co to kurwa jest? Ej, no czemu on ma efekt Speed Million? Ej, zamykamy go tu, zamykamy go tu! Kurwa, nie!
It had some issues, but it worked, and that was the most important thing to me. But because the problem was that bugs did exist, and they still definitely are existing, I decided to release the current version of this map as a demo, which isn't already out for like 3 months. And if you also didn't notice, I just dropped an April Fool's Easter event update, which will be gone in 1 more week, so be sure to check it out and join our Discord server before it's too late. So yeah, for all of the people supporting the map so far, thank you so much, and I actually appreciate you all. For now, this might be just a map, but with future update, like the upcoming part 2 update, this map will change from just another Minecraft horror map to the best Backrooms Minecraft map out there. And if you think that right now the map is scary, then you will shit your pants when I'm gonna add VR support.